Pick fours galore here at the Big A on Saturday, and every one of them doesn't just involve races being run at Aqueduct. We have the Big Apple Bluegrass Pick Four. That's going to be a little over an hour, starting at 4:52 with our Bayshore at Aqueduct. Switching over about a half an hour later, the Madison, a terrific race at Keeneland for older fillies and mares going 7 furlongs. Then we go back to Aqueduct for the Wood Memorial just 10 minutes later. Then a half an hour after that, we go back to Keeneland, and we go to that Bluegrass. The Bluegrass, 16 are entered, only 14 can run. See what happens in that final leg. We will start out in our Bayshore. The Bayshore, I could use up to 4 horses in here. I could use the 2 Awesome Speed. I could use the 4 Awesome Gent. I could use the 5 Unified. All eyes are on him. An impressive winner's debut down at Gulfstream Park. He's facing a tough field, though, for his second career start. And the 6 Cocked and Loaded, who's actually my top choice here. Sort of showed some terrific form as a 2-year-old. He's shown that he can ship. He won at Belmont Park early in his career. He's won all over the place. In fact, he's only raced at Keeneland twice. All other times in his career were the only times he appeared at those racetracks. His last race, not a bad 5th-place finish in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile. 7 furlongs should hit him right between the eyes. I like Cocked and Loaded over the 4 Awesome Gent, the 5 Unified. Awesome Speed is the 4th horse if you're going very deep in here. Deep is the word when you look at that Madison. 13 horses, and it feels like no less than 7 or 8 of them have legitimate chances. And it's a very interesting race that brings together the winner of the Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Sprint last year in Wavell Avenue and the winner of the Breeders' Cup Distaff, Stop Charging Maria. Wavell Avenue's better suited the 7 furlongs. Now, Stop Charging Maria ran second this race last year, and she ran well in doing it, but this is a tougher field than last year's race, and she's one of the favorites I'll be leaving off my ticket. I'm going to use Wavell Avenue. I'm not sold on her, but I think she can win this race. I'm going to use the 2 Sheer Drama, who draws towards the inside, but I do think Sheer Drama is going to be just fine at 7 furlongs. She's starting her year out. She may need the race, but I still think she can win. 5 Burr in the Wire is a long shot that I'm going to use, or Bird at the Wire, a horse who's going to benefit from some pace in here, and the turn back for her has worked before, and I think it may work again. And the 7 Dancing House, who would actually be my top choice in this race, coming off a nice win in the Barbara Fritchie. I like that effort. She's improving for Keira McLaughlin, and she may be the now horse in here. I went 7, 2, 5, 3, but all 4 will be on my ticket. This Madison is a barn burner and an excellent horse race. We turn our attention back to the Big A as we look at our 10th race, the 3rd leg of this Big Apple Bluegrass Triple, or Pick 4, excuse me, and we're going to look at the Wood Memorial. The 3 major players are the 1 Shaggoff, the 6 Matt King Cole, and the 8 Outwork. I am not going to use all 3 of the favorites. The 1 favorite I'm going to try to beat is the 8 Outwork. I'm not convinced a 1 1/8 is going to be his best distance with his outside post and speed inside of him, as all of flexibility. Matt King Cole and Dalmore could show some speed. I think he's in for kind of a tough trip. He runs back to his last race. He's tough. He's going to beat me if he does it. Matt King Cole, to me, is the one to beat, but he's going to have to run very well, second off a layoff, though the connections felt he would need his first start. If he needed his first start and he's tighter for this race, this field could be in a lot of trouble. But I'm going to the 1 Shaggoff. So the morning line favorite. It'll be interesting to see how they bet the race. He will benefit from any pace in here, and I think he's ready to take a step forward. He will need to because the others have run faster. Flexibility is a price you might want to use, and if you want to throw a total bomb in there, I don't know he's good enough to win. I think the 4 Tale of Saval will outrun his odds. I went 1, 6, 5, 4 in here. This is one, though, depending on how much you want to invest, that you might want to go a little bit lighter than some of the other legs. But I am going to close very lightly in the Bluegrass, which is the final leg of this sequence. There are 14 entered, but I'll tell you, very, very few of them could win on paper. No doubt the 4 Zulu is the one to beat. Finished second behind Mo Heyman when Mo Heyman ran a good race in the Fountain of Youth. I'm not a huge fan of Zulu, but he's the horse to beat because he draws towards the inside. But I strongly believe that the best horse in the race is the 14 My Man Sam, who ran second last time to Matt King Cole. Unfortunately, he drew post 14, but he has no speed. If he can drop back and get a fair trip in this race, I think My Man Sam, who may be a major factor in this race as well as the Kentucky Derby, is going to be tough to beat. 14-4 for me. They are the only 2 I'm going to use, so I'll spread early and I'll go light late in this Big Apple Bluegrass Pick 4, an excellent wager on Saturday's card.